Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the bitter Buddha, Eddie Pepitone.
Thank you. Thank you. How about a round of applause for the comedians who are out here? How about that? Round of applause if you thought Lincoln's death was inevitable. Round of applause just because of the way that played out with the South and the hatred of the South. I mean, I saw it coming, did you? Round of applause if you thought Lincoln's death was inevitable. Round of applause. Yes, right? Round of applause if you cannot access God. Round of applause. I can't access God. What is all this talk lately about accessing God? Through meditation, Pilates, I have friends who are accessing God. I cannot access God. By the way, what I'm doing, I just think that comedians who do that kind of vapid, round of applause bullshit, I think they should do just more interesting round of applauses. You know what I mean? Like, to draw you in. For instance, round of applause if you are caught in a web of lies so intricate with your wife that one small mistake on Facebook, one small liking someone who shouldn't be liked, just a tiny photo like, and your life comes down like a house of cards. Round of applause. Round of applause. And round of applause if that anxiety manifests itself late at night when you have your sleep apnea mask on. This is also the comic who doesn't realize he's talking about himself. He thinks he's relating to he's being too damn specific, But round of applause if that anxiety, if it manifests when you have your sleep apnea mask, and by the way, your sleep apnea mask has a Spider-Man decal on it because you think that makes sleep apnea cool. Round of applause. But round of applause if the anxiety is too much. I mean, it's just too fucking much. Round of applause if you're sick of being a good fucking person all the fucking time. And the leaders, and round of applause, the leaders and the people who rule the country, the oligarchs, they have no moral center. Why do I have to? I mean, you, round of applause. Why do I am sorry. Round of applause if you're sick of having a moral center when everything around you doesn't have a moral center. Everything around you is just for greed and profit, but you're supposed to get up and be Mr. Goody fucking Two-Shoes. Round of applause. Round of applause if you... Round of applause if you think Brooklyn, which is where we are, and this is for the viewers. You know where you are, most of you, but round of applause if you think Brooklyn has gotten too soft with grilled cheese shops and peanut butter shops. What kind of borough is this where you can get grilled cheese grilled cheese sandwiches. Maybe people in Brooklyn should start thinking, instead of eating grilled cheese sandwiches and specialty peanut butters, maybe they should start organizing for lower fucking rents. I mean, they're all so wrapped up in grilled cheese and cinnamon swirl raisin peanut butter, which is delicious. I will not deny that. I had some today. But I go into these stores with a tremendous alert consciousness. And where are the doo-wop groups in Brooklyn? They used to be on every fucking corner. Have they been rounded up and put in camps? Where are the doo-wop groups? That's the Brooklyn I remember. Round of applause if that's the Brooklyn. Feeling a little hot already. Yes, I know, and now that you've seen the whole package, I want to answer the question that you're all thinking, and the answer is yes, I have had a lot of work done. I had my hair removed and my belly let out because I was too pretty. I was too pretty. No, I was a male model. I was a male model. I would leave the house with a to-do list, and I couldn't get anything done because men, women, and children and animals would lunge at my cock. They would lunge at my cock. As soon as I left the house, they would be like, Eddie, fuck me. Fuck me, Eddie. Fuck me. Please fuck me. I would say, look at the to-do list. I've got to pick up printing paper. I've got to pick up printing paper and get twine for the recyclable. They didn't care. They were like, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. So in order to get things done, I said to a dermatologist in LA, I said, please, make me look like you people, basically. I was like, I want to feel what it's like to cry during the day like you folks do. Because male models, we do not cry during the day. We just fuck, and we fuck, and we fuck, and then we are given small monogram sweaters. By the way, I do rant and rave, but I just got this hat, and I actually feel really good about it. I mean, did you ever buy a hat where you like it so much, like you look in the mirror and you're like, holy shit. This hat kind of makes up for a life that wasn't well lived. Yes, I spent 30 years in a stoned out phase, masturbating to hockey fights. But that's because I did not have this fucking hat. And by the way, I masturbate to hockey fights because they are unpredictable. I do not like porn. It's very predictable. And by the way, what is it with my relationship to porn? The only way now I can watch porn is if someone's life is threatened in this scenario. How numb am I? By the way, I heard you not laughing a lot there. And it's up to you whether or not you want to laugh, but I am dedicating this set. I just visited a hospital in the neighborhood, and I'm dedicating this set to a small child who, little Billy Timpson, who was born with no bones. He's just a liquid. He's a liquid with a little Met cap. He's a liquid in a bag with the little he's a puddle in a bag with the Met cap. And you know how the Mets, well, the last 40 years, I mean, since Tom Seaver, really. I mean, and he managed to squeak out to me before I left the hospital. He said, "Make him laugh." I don't know how he makes a voice, but it's just through the liquid vibrations hit the Met cap and there is sound. And he was like, "I know it's a very tense television taping for you. And I know that you're very neurotic. And you think this night defines you? Your whole fucking life? As if 1 hour can define someone as rich and varied as yourself, and that you're basically a self-sabotaging person, so this is the perfect... Anyway, I'm digressing." He was a verbose kid for being a puddle. A very verbose kid. But he was like, "Maybe if they laugh, I'll grow a spine." So don't feel like you have to laugh, but this is for little Timmy. The thing I love about a hat, too, is that when you throw it, you always have to say something great. Like, I'll throw it to you, sir. What's your name? Murph. Okay, I gotta throw it to you, Murph. That's a great New York name, isn't it? You don't get Murph in Nebraska. You know what you get in Nebraska? You get corn. You get corn and despair. And just long pockets of windy days. Wind, despair, Monsanto crops. Anyway, I'm digressing again. I'm sorry. So, Murph, I'm going to throw it to you. The great thing about when you throw a hat, and throw it back right away, it costs a lot of money. By the way, you know, I just want to cop to the fact that I am not a male model and never was. Matter of fact, I've put on so much weight lately that when I drop something, I look at it and I go, do I really need that? Anybody know what I'm talking about? I mean, I'll look at it, it'll be my license. I'll be like, I'm white, I don't get pulled over a lot. Did you see what I did there? I snuck in some social commentary. No. The reason I do that is most people just want me to talk about Batman and pussy. Oh, Eddie, please stop with the social commentary. Batman and pussy. Flash Gordon and porn. Something. That's what we want, Eddie. But anyway, when you throw a hat, you always have to say something great. And I'm going to throw it to you, Murph. And it's like, baby, I got a raise. You can't say something bad like, they found blood in my urine. Right? You can't say that. I fucked your sister, honey. That's the hat bit. I bought that hat for $80 for that bit. I was not gonna spare any expense tonight. The doo-wop groups are gone. Let's make this a night to remember. I know I rant and rave and I come off like an angry guy, but I recently have found a couple of things that are making me happier. I got this little terrier dog. I got this little terrier. She's a rescue dog, Charlotte. You ever get a dog and you're so freaking attached to them? Like, she's a rescue, so she feels abandoned and I feel abandoned. Like, I've always felt abandoned, so we're both on the same wavelength. Like, if I forget something upstairs, she immediately follows me, and then I'm following her. Like, we're following each other all over the fucking apartment. Charlotte, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Do you need a treat? I need something. You need something? I need something. You're lucky to see me. You really are. You really, you hit a home run. I know you've had to go through some calisthenics because of the taping, but you really hit a home run by coming out here. You know? What the hell else are you gonna do? But I have Charlotte now. And by the way, the reason I love dogs, I have 5 cats too, and I fucking love cats. There's a tremendous, tremendous feline love that I have 5 cats, a dog. And I know what you're thinking. God, what a fucking Renaissance man. But but the reason dogs, they're just so much more immediate. But the thing about them too, I prefer them, much prefer them. This is no offense, over people. You know, I just much prefer dogs over people. It's just unconditional fucking love. Like you people, you're cunning, deceitful fucks. Oh, and no offense. You're ruining people's lives as we speak. The person next to you, oh yes, Julie. No, definitely. We're together forever. Bullshit. But dogs, they're so in the fucking moment. We are never in the fucking moment. Yeah. You have a bad disease. But dogs, let me check Twitter. No. Hopefully you pull through. Ooh, 7 notifications. But I have Charlotte, and I've turned. Anybody else do this? Where you round of applause if I know this is a real one though. If you own a dog, not enough of you. There's a lot of strays. Get on it. It's not about you. Care for others, assholes. Enough grilled cheese and peanut butter and jelly gourmet sandwiches and smoking pot and jerking off to Twitter thumbnails. I'm sorry, I'm going off again about myself. But I've turned my dog into my shrink. I'm talking to her now as if she was my shrink because I'm bored to tears with my real shrink. You know what I mean? We understand each other. I'm there to fill an hour. She gets some insurance money, whatever it is. But now I talk to my dog like she's my shrink. I'm saying shit to her like, Charlotte, you don't think I have diabetes, do you? I mean, they fuck up blood work all the time. Those centrifuges they use, a lot of them are suspect. And Charlotte, you don't think the cops saw me sideswipe that car in the shopping supermarket parking lot? I mean, the police would be here already, right? Charlotte, it's not too bad that I threaten people anonymously online, is it? Charlotte, I have enough money in my bank account, right? By the way, if Charlotte knew how much money I have in my bank account, instead of running and chasing balls, she'd just be in the apartment smoking fucking cigarettes. She'd just be like going, great. I thought I landed on my feet here. What the fuck? I can't believe it. Another guy on the cusp. The other thing that has been making me feel good lately, even though I rail against corporate culture, once in a while I like when I get a nice product, and I got a new Honda Element vehicle, and I fucking love it because it's kind of big, you know, and I like that because there's room to weep. There is so much room to weep in this car. There's a lot of space for bad. I can regret my past life decisions in this car with satellite radio. Just kick it back. You know, I really feel like products should be just more honest in their advertising. I would respect corporations more. Like if an oil company was just fucking honest in their ads. You know what I mean? Like this would be a great ad, I think, for an oil company, you know? A guy, you know, CEO of an oil company is out in a suit, and next to him is a dolphin tied up with high tensile steel cable, still alive, and there's oil all over it. And he's got a gun to the dolphin's head. And he's like, all right, I hear a lot of you are talking about switching to solar and wind. All right? And also, some of you, not a lot of you because you're too involved in grilled cheese, but some of you are fucking demonstrating against fracking just because it's destroying your water supply. Now, let me tell you something. You keep that behavior up. You keep switching to solar or wind or demonstrating against fracking, and we kill a dolphin every 5 minutes. Boom! That's one. That was pregnant as well. We don't give a fuck. We destroyed Prince William Sound. We destroyed the Gulf of Mexico. You're fucking next. They always smile at the end. I never booked commercials because I was always too angry, but I did think, no, because it's that world that's not connected to, it's that happy world that's not connected to any reality, and I would just show up at auditions just furious, you know? But I did think of a commercial I could do, and I think it would be for Vicodin because I got addicted to Vicodin for a few months a couple of years ago because I couldn't afford a real vacation, which is what drugs, that's what drugs are. They're vacations for poor people. They're mini vacations. Come home again. Come to Vicodin. Come. Escape your life. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. It doesn't matter. It came out in the moment, and that's what's important. I have a great life coach who committed suicide recently, trying to get me to do pull-ups. He took his life because of the lack of progress, but here's how the Vicodin commercial will go. I could definitely book this. Like, the camera is just panning in slowly toward me. I'm looking at the camera, and I'm like, Vicodin. Come to think of it, I am a little sore. And it stays on me as my face gets more and more insane. Like, they should let actors go They should let actors go on commercials, like instead of just saying their horrific, stupid bullshit, like, use this credit card. They should just keep the cameras on them, you know, like, use this credit card because I'm dying. I am dying and I have to do this bullshit. And all my friends congratulate me when I become a corporate stooge. But I've gotten, another thing that's calmed me down a little is I've gotten married recently, and we've been married a couple of years, but we've been together for about 9 years, and I don't know if you guys experience this, but when you're with someone for that long, you just run out of shit to say. You just do. And we are now at the point where we just toss facts back and forth to each other. Like, let's say we're driving, I live in LA, not to come at you that I lived in a soulless, sun-baked landscape of apocalyptical proportions. But I mean, we'll just be in a car for an hour and a half, nothing, and all of a sudden, I'll hear from my wife, do you know the gray parrot lives to 100? And I'm like, really? Is this what it's come to? And I get competitive, you know? Like, I didn't know the gray parrot lives to 100. And I'm afraid she's going to go to sea turtles, and I'm not going to know that. I know they live very long. I'm not sure. So I'm like, baby, don't start with the length of different creatures' lives. Because I know shit about Sacco and Vanzetti that'll knock your fucking socks off. Did you know that Sacco invented the panini press? I just make shit up. Yes, he invented the panini press. A radical leftist, and Vanzetti always worked on his abs, constantly. I do the acting thing in LA, which means I spend a lot of time in my apartment just looking through the blinds going, what the fuck is Margaret doing the laundry for? Like, just bullshit, because I'm usually covered in blood. I have no idea why. By the way, I don't think people should be embarrassed, especially in this day and age, being covered in blood. I mean, it's a rough time out there with I'd like to be the union leader for people covered in blood. Look! Let's not be embarrassed that we're covered in blood. It's a fucking tough fucking economy out there. If you can't wipe it off or stop the bleeding, still go on the job interview. Make a life of it. Have a cloth with you. I will represent you. We're all covered in blood. Just blood coming down. But I've always wanted to be a singer, but I could never really keep a tune or anything. But I'm going to try to do a little here, just because I got you guys here. I got you guys here, and I always wanted to be like the Vegas like lounge singer type, but I wanted to be like the guy who sang about real shit, because I feel like the Vegas guys sing about bullshit. They're always like, I'm in so much love with you, I'm in so much love with you. That bullshit, I just sing about real shit. And I would be the singer who would be like this, you know? I'd be the Vegas singer, would be like, I am 55 and never learned how to fold clothes. I take a nice shirt, I fold the left sleeve, then I fold the right, then I fold it over, and then I just wind up crumpling it into a ball because it looks like shit when I'm folding it. I'm 55. I still don't know where a crease in a pants is. Where is the crease in pants? Hey! How come whenever I take a shower and see a little black mark on my skin, I think I'm gonna die? Hey! I immediately go to death. Black mark, holy shit. Scrub it a little, gets kind of weird. Then it hurts, and then I go, definitely gonna die. Definitely gonna die. And that's even though I've done that many years with other little things on my body. I've never died, but I always think this is the one. This is definitely the one. I can't figure out why I want to be alive, yet I'm afraid of dying. What the fuck is that? I can't figure out why I want to be alive, yet I'm afraid of dying. Is it because every organism goes toward life? Is it because every organism goes toward life? I say, bring on death. I wouldn't have to worry about all kinds of shit. Why aren't I loved by everyone? Fuck you! Why not? I even get angry at women who don't look at me as an escalator is passing them by. If I'm going up one way, she's going down the other. If I make eye contact and she looks away, I don't like her. I have no idea who she is. But I've already got a resentment that lasts for hours. Sometimes I think about that person at night. How sick is that? I'm not sure why I like to watch murder, real life murder on television. Not the fake stuff, the real stuff. This dentist had a secret life his wife didn't know about it. I'm in. Can't turn it off. Gotta see what this stupid fuck dentist from Florida did. And how come I watch these shows with something called an eating shirt? I like to watch Forensic Files at 2 or 3 in the morning with an eating shirt. It's got holes in it and specks of blood. This way, when I'm eating soft things, which I love late at night, I love to eat soft things and watch real life murder. And I have a fake tooth in the front of my mouth that I take out and put on the bureau with no water or anything. What am I thinking? But I get so involved with Forensic Files that I don't care about this little thing called the flipper tooth. Soft food just dribbles down my eating shirt, and I love to watch the murder. Thank you. I think I missed my real calling, though. Calling, not calling. Yes, I'm indigenous to this area. Is that a problem with anyone? But I think I missed my real calling. I think I should have been a reporter in the field for disasters, because I watch disasters on TV, and they send reporters there like Anderson Cooper who like look all coiffed, and you really get no sense of the disaster because the guy or the woman they send there looks so put together. They should have someone like me You know what I mean? Like just some fucking horrific disaster, you know? And they just throw it to me and I'm like, oh my fucking God! Holy shit! Oh, and the twist is I haven't even left my apartment. Like, I'm just reporting about what I see around me. Oh! My cats, I have 5 cats and they've spit up all over the place. What the fuck? One of them is urinating on a chair constantly. No matter what we do, we buy all kinds of shit at the pet store, and I'm not gonna put her down. I'm a vegan. I can't do it legally once you declare. I dropped Cheerios. This morning, and I can't fucking get to them under the refrigerator. I think the time has come in this country. I think things, have gotten so bad. I think they're going to get worse. I think we should close down the comedy clubs and open up stand-up tragedy clubs. Enough of this comedy, people talking about Batman and pussy and... I like to get high and drunk. Fuck it. Let's open up tragedy clubs. And this is my impersonate. Let's, just open up tragedy clubs, and instead of names like Chuckles and the Funny Bone and all that shit, it's just called, like, the names of the clubs across the country will be like, ah, fuck! You going to fuck tonight? Or just ulcers, You going to perforated ulcers? Or another name for a club. No! Why don't we head down to... No! Let's head down to no! But this would be my impersonation of a stand-up tragedy club. It would go like this. Hi, good evening, folks. I just had to drown my wife in a tub. Because we ran out of money and we have no support system. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. After this set, I'll be looking for food on the road. Thank you. Thank you. I'm surrounded by so much death that it hurts very much. Thank you very much. These are the tragedies, folks. Get with them. These are the tragedies. Please, folks. And my catchphrase, instead of get her done, my tragedy and catchphrase would just be like, God, please save me! And everybody at work the next day would be like doing that, like, instead of get her done, they'd be like, around the cooler, that's filled at this point with just sulfuric acid. They'd be around the cooler going, God, please save me! Wasn't he great? Wasn't he really sad? Wasn't he really sad? But I wish, I've gotten so far to the left with all the shit that's gone on in this country. I wish my politics would bleed into like game shows, because I like to watch game shows. Like I said, I have like this competitive element, to me, and like I would love to see, for instance, like on The Price is Right, I would love to see a woman from Oklahoma have to guess the price of the Iraq War. Instead of a blender. Like, it would be great. You know, she'd be like, you know, like the curtain would open and it's just fucking real life carnage that industrial warfare does. Like just a real life industrial warfare kind of carnage, like just people running around on fire, limbless, and she's just jumping up and down going, I don't know. And people in the audience are yelling, 5 billion a day! 5 billion! Didn't we wrap up the Iraq War? No, there's a standing army there! No, many troops! Under the guise of training them, no, it's still 5. Does that include Afghanistan? 10 billion! 10 billion! 10 billion a day with Afghanistan! Is Guantanamo Bay still open? Yes, contrary to what was said. Yes. But I would say 10 billion. I don't know. And then a vet gets up in the audience and he's like, you can't put a price on it! Don't play that fucking game! War is just big business! They just give us one fucking enemy after another. It used to be the Russians, it was Gaddafi, it used to be Castro. Now it's fucking Al-Qaeda. They just put a face on fucking fear and they just want to make money and they have poor people fighting rich man's wars. That's what it, and she starts. She's still jumping up and down, but she's starting to like get the message that this isn't a good fucking thing. Don't you fucking do it! All right, it's not right. Don't you fucking bet. $350. They always guess $350. I actually think that, you know, pretty soon, because of the unemployment, you know, call me an optimist, but I think pretty soon, you know, there are going to just be legions of people who were unemployed and, you know, they're not going to have homes. I mean, even worse than it is now, and they're all going to be kind of kept behind, you know, certain barricades, but there's going to be millions of them. You know, they will have Twitter and Facebook, so don't worry about that. Sound familiar? But there are going to be legions of them. And my job, I believe, for me to stay alive is I will be the entertainment. Like, there still have to be entertained like these people. And there'll be a big podium. It'll be like a science fiction movie. There'll be a big podium. But instead of, like, doing stand-up for them, I'm just going to come out in a horsey suit and sing to these legions of people. And it would go like this. It would go like this. Like, just imagine legions of dispossessed people, but they're Americans, so they love to be entertained, and they're entertained easily, you know. So I would just come out in a horsey suit, and I would start singing, and it would be like this. Well, the manufacturing base in this country is gone. I'll give you that. There's the food supply has been poisoned by Monsanto. I'll give you that. Those GMO crops turned out to not be too good. That pesticide called Roundup has led to autism. I'll give you that. There's a pandemic of viruses and anxiety in this country, and all the money's been cut for mental health. I'll give you that. It's just a nation full of temporary workers who don't have any benefits because instead of organizing and being a community, you are on Facebook and Twitter and eating grilled cheese. I'll give you that. Oh, sing the horsey song, sing the horsey song, the horsey song. I really hate magicians. I don't know if you saw the segue there. Just make it up. But I hate magicians. They have that long, stringy hair, and they're always doing shit like, oh, the quarter got bigger, the quarter got bigger, the quarter got bigger. Hey, magician, who gives a fuck? You want to do a trick? Make me feel safe in this world. But they can't do that. They can't do that shit. They're always just doing stuff like, oh, the dove came out of the hat. Where did it come from? Maybe you brought it. That's my fucking guess. And I'm also guessing that you keep it drugged with an eyedropper with something like Valium in it or something else I like a lot. You keep those poor things drugged. And they're a symbol, doves. Doves in a hat are fucked up. They should be flying free. They're a symbol of peace for the children. Always makes someone bad when you mention children. For the children! If someone catches you taking their mail, just yell, it's for the children! They won't know what the fuck you're talking about, but they'll be a little hesitant to come at you. Even if you home invasion them. It's for the children! And I also feel like if I brought my wife near a magician, he'd be like, I fucked your wife, you didn't see it. Yes, I did, asshole. I fucked her again. All right, that one I didn't see. Good for you. That was a good trick. I also can't stand the way, the snootiness of certain products have gotten lately. Like the way fucking people are sold wine or the way they get into wine is hilarious to me. Like I actually was at a dinner party the other day and my friend actually said, I think this wine has a playful finish. If you ever hear a friend saying that, tell him to work in a prison. Because he is not tethered to reality. It's done, it's gone. He's living in gourmet specialty world. I like to fuck with people at a dinner party and take a sip of wine and go, I disagree. I think it has a silly finish. No, really, I think this wine tastes like a car full of clowns. Do you detect notes of a hand buzzer? I do. A slight hand buzz. No one else sensed the floppy shoes in this wine. No one. It's me. I actually had a friend say to me about a wine, he was like, and they always say it like this, this wine has just the slightest trace. As if you would want anything with a slight trace. You know what I mean? Like, it has the slightest hint of the forest floor. And I was like, forest floor? That's where people get murdered. Haven't you seen Twin Peaks? Leland Palmer killed Laura Palmer in the forest. It was brutal. And I think it happens in real life. I do not want murder in my wine. And fucking Yelp is supposed to help us select products. That's hilarious to me. Like, if you've ever read Yelp, like, let's say a review on a Mexican restaurant, and the first Yelp review will be like, this taco was so good that I wanted to have sex with it. And then the next Yelp review will be, this taco killed my entire family. They're all dead. I'm alone now, wandering in a landscape of broken dreams because of this restaurant. What do? It's sex? Is that sex? Apparently the quality varies greatly day to day. I'll give you that. And they also sell cigars like that to men, you know, like, guys who smoke cigars, they're like, oh, it's this cigar, it's just, it's got an oaky rhythm. They start throwing in jazz terms. It's got an oaky rhythm. There's a cacophony of very psychotic butterflies, or whatever the fuck they say. They just make this shit up. And they always have, like, to sell cigars, in Cigar Aficionado magazine, there's always someone, like some celebrity like George Clooney in a tux with a cigar. You know what the cover of Cigar Aficionado should be? It should be a guy in a wife beater at a track about to hit a small child with a little cigar out of his mouth. Cigars, because life is tough. And also, I do not want to buy a cup of coffee with the backstory anymore. Okay, I can't deal with all the information I get in gourmet coffee shops about, where the coffee was grown, how it was grown, who died for this fucking coffee. No more backstory, to this cup of coffee. It's just too hilarious. And like, I like to go into these gourmet coffee shops and fuck with the barista. And by the way, barista is an Italian word for there is no manufacturing base anymore. So we're giving you the name barista so you feel somewhat good about yourself that you're making coffee for entitled scumbags. But anyway, what I like to do is just run into coffee shops and just go, hey, what elevation was this coffee grown at? And the sad thing is, they usually know. That's 7,000 feet, sir. And I'm like, 7,000 feet? You think I'm an asshole? I don't drink anything under 11K. I don't drink any coffee under 11,000 feet. I'm not a fucking idiot. Either is my wife, either are my children. Either you get this grown at a higher elevation, or I organize the community to get your fucking asses out of this neighborhood. You people are trash, you grow it at 7,000 feet. Fucking morons. I also hate self-help gurus. And they're especially prevalent in LA. The people who do shit like, I can change your life with my 3-point plan. Bullshit. What they should really say is, I can change your life with my 3-point plan, but you already have to have a lot of money and a good support system around you. My plan does not work for broken, shattered people. It only works for obtusely bored rich people. Sort of it works. I'm not helping the homeless. But I feel like these self-help gurus would be around no matter what. Like if there was an apocalypse, let's say, I don't know what's going to come first, either the catastrophe, that probably will come first, or a financial meltdown globally, which will lead to widespread riots and just pure carnage, or or a nuclear strike, which is imminent. And by the way, thank you for coming. I don't know which will come first, but I feel like there still would be a self-help guru around. Let's say there's like 15 people left on the planet. This is my impersonation of a self-help guru with like 15 people left on the planet. All right. So, we have no water. We have no gas. We have no edible food. We have no electricity except for this mic. Don't ask me how that works. The oceans have risen. Temperatures outside are 110 degrees. There are rabid dogs running around. Itinerant gangs are raping the survivors. Lawlessness, carnage. But I say, why not realize your goals? A lot of people are using this apocalypse to cower in fear and kill and slaughter each other. I say, lose that last 10 pounds. And by last 10 pounds, I mean literally the last 10 pounds. Now, I have a 3-point plan that can get you through the apocalypse. Number 1, learn how to play a musical instrument. I believe a twig can be fashioned into a flute. Number 2, with that skill, find a mate. Now, gentlemen, I know we haven't seen women since the nuclear strikes, but I believe if you play a flute, they will come. Something about music. And number 3, when you find a woman, have a baby and start a new civilization. Funny story. These soulless corporate fucks always have a funny story. That's always horrible. Funny story. I was walking through the forbidden zone. Gets better. And I saw a man eating a small child. Hold for it. Hold for it. I said to him, "Is that your boy?" He said, "It was." I said, "Do you feel like giving up?" He said, "I do." I said, "What if I had a 3-point plan that could get you through the apocalypse?" He said, "I'm willing to try." And today, he is doing very well, staring at the sun and masturbating on a diamond. I also hate how the NFL particularly has been turned into a commercial for the military. Like, it's unfucking real. The last Super Bowl, which was played in Giant Stadium, I'm a big Giant fan, they're always flying B-52 bombers for some reason overhead of the games. You know, and by the way, if they were going to do that, the least they could have done is drop a couple of good players for the Giants. If you're going to fly over, they suck this year. Yes, I am pandering to the sports crowd occasionally. But like, and they always have a big announcement too for it, like this great big announcement, like, "Ladies and gentlemen, flying overhead is the 101st Airborne Division with B-52 bombers." I wish these announcers would tell the truth. Like, I wish they would be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, flying overhead are B-52 bombers. Each one of these B-52 bombers could be 50 libraries in your community. You would actually have an infrastructure that didn't look like it was held together with spit. But instead, all you have is an outward manifestation of imperialistic evil. Enjoy the game. My point is they cost a lot of money to kill people. And the other group of people I can't get down with are the real new agey people who are not really connected to reality, because I have terrible insomnia, and every once in a while I will call up one of my new age friends and I'll be like, I can't sleep, what should I do? And they're like, oh, Eddie, just drink sleepy time tea. And I'm like, sleepy time tea? Oh, really? Is that gonna make up for the fact that I was molested? And I owe 3 guys $5,000 by Friday? And I endured being kept in a steel box for my first 25 years of my life with 2 pinprick holes in them? Through one of the holes, I was kept alive with an eyedropper of high fructose corn syrup, which it turns out is very bad for you. And through the other hole, I just could barely make out a naked man in a clown mask waving his cock, spelling out, please help me in sperm, and every once in a while he would have a veal scallopini on a marble surface. Then the new age people get really nervous and they're like, try it with lemon and honey, and they hang up. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I did think I was very good. I really did, but thank you so much. Thanks again, everybody.